Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. This is Teacher Nim. For today's video, mag-share ako sa inyo ng ilang mga tips on how to pass the exams. Pero disclaimer lang guys hindi ako magaling. At dahil hindi ako magaling guys, nag-invite ako ng mga tao na alam kong makakapagbigay sa inyo ng mga tips on how to pass the exams.
Hello to Teacher Nim's viewers! Last 2019, I prepared for the 2019 bar examinations. And during the 6 months of preparation, I stick to my formula which I called S squared, P squared, or 2 S's and 2 P's. Diba ang arte? The first S is schedule. Before pa mag-start yung review, naggawa na ako ng schedule ko for the entire 6 months. So, meron akong schedule for each subject, kung gaano ko siya katagal re-reviewin, ilang days, ilang months, and then meron akong weekly schedule na anong gagawin ko sa Monday, sa Tuesday, and every day as in. Tapos, meron din akong daily schedule. Like, nandun, anong oras ako gigising, kakain, mag-aaral, ilang oras, 10 oras ba yan, or kung ilan man. And then, nag-stick ako doon sa schedule na yun. So, kahit anong mangyari, nag-stick ako doon para hindi ako ma-lost along the review process. And second, S is sleep. I made sure that I have enough sleep. So, I sleep for 8 hours. Kahit gano'ng katagal ako mag-aral, basta magtutulog ako ng 8 hours para refresh yung brain mo, diba? And then, letter P, positive. First, ikaw, you have to be positive. You have to have a positive outlook during the entire review process. So, wag negative ang ilagay sa utak. Puro positive lang, papasa ako, ganyan. And also, surround yourself with positive people. People sharing the same attitude with you na hindi naglalagay ng kanigahan sa utak, ganyan. And lastly, the most important is the second P or prayer. Before you start your day, humingi ka ng guidance kay Lord, nagabayan ka niya sa araw na yon, bigyan ka niya ng wisdom para ma-absorb mo yung inaaral mo, bigyan ka niya ng kasipagan para makapag-stick ka sa schedule mo and matapos mo yung mga goals mo for the day, and i-guide ka niya na makasama mo ay mga positive individuals, diba? So, basta along the way, humingi lang ng guidance kay Lord na tulungan ka niyang makapasa and ma-achieve yung goals mo. Yun lang. Good luck, guys! Bye!
I'm going to be giving you a piece of advice on how to study effectively for the exam. Advice number 1 will be create a study schedule. So this study schedule includes the time allotment for each subject so that you'll make sure you cover everything you need to study before the exam day. This also allows you to prioritize on certain subjects that you need to pay more attention to. So, for example, if your grades are historically lower in math, then you already know that you have to allot more time studying in math than any other subjects. So my second piece of advice, and this might not apply to everyone, but if you can, I highly recommend designating a space in your house for you to study. This could be your bedroom, your living room, or if you're like most people, your library. The idea is to have a space wherein your level of concentration is significantly higher. So there won't be anything else in your desk or your study area but your study computer, your notes, your study materials, no phone, no TV, no music. And my last piece of advice, and this also might not apply to everyone, but if you can, study only during the exam hours. So for example, if your exam time will be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., then a lot of time of the day studying during those times. The idea is to simulate an environment wherein your brain is to put under pressure and function more effectively during that time period.
Hi, my name is Mikee and I'm a registered psychometrician. I took the board exam last 2016 and that is 2 years after I graduated. In taking the board exam, you should always be prepared, not just mentally, but also physically, spiritually, and most importantly, emotionally prepared. Dapat you are 100% certain that this is the time that you will take the board exam and be a licensed professional. Because being fully prepared will help you ease your nervousness and anxieties before, during, and after the board exam. And after the board exam is yung waiting period before PRC releases the names of the passers. So, bakit dapat fully prepared ka? Just a quick story, there is one thing that I really regretted the most during the time that I took the board exam, and that is not being fully prepared in one subject, and that is industrial psychology. I work in that field, so I trusted my work experience a lot. Naisip ko na I've been working for 2 years already, so I am confident that I will be able to answer most of these situational questions in that exam. But I am definitely wrong. And the results, well, I just got the lowest mark in that area. So passing the board exam is not based on pure luck or trusting your stored knowledge. Passing the board exam is being prepared not just by the exam itself, but being prepared by the responsibilities of being a licensed professional and adding the 2 to 5 letters after your name. And one more thing, do not push yourself too much in reading, reviewing, and understanding everything every day. Take a quick break, breathe, eat healthy food, enjoy your time with your family and friends, and make sure to have a relaxing day before the exam, because that one day before the board exam is the time for yourself, for preparing yourself for the new journey ahead of you. And of course, do not forget to pray.
Hi, this is Lynxton, and here are the tips on how to pass the exam. So, bago tayo mag-start, gusto ko muna mag-thank you kay Ma'am Mim, yung high school teacher ko noong year 2008 sa mathematics. And she contacted me regarding this, na humingi siya as a personal experience nung high school ako. Ano ba yung ginagawa ko? Paano ba ako pumapasa sa exam? Pero siguro, the best na to start this a little bit of video clip regarding this exam or how to pass the exam ay siguro, because I think this question is like a philosophical question na walang maling sagot. So maybe the best way to answer this is to make sure that you know the answer if you were asked by someone this exact question. Why are you studying? So bakit ka nag-aaral? Some students will be able or may answer na para magkaroon ng trabaho, magandang trabaho, or para at least to have more chances to have a success in life. So personally, I love studying. New stuff. Kaya the best way siguro ito is kung bakit ka mag-aral or why are you studying, the best answer that I could think of, or yun din yung pinaka basis ko bakit ako nag-aaral, is first, of course, to learn. Kapag hindi yun yung sagot mo, of course, you will not be able to enjoy everything na tungkol sa pag-aaral. So you need to be sure na nag-aaral ka para matuto. After that, you will be able to enjoy everything. So, when your goal in studying is to learn, then you can answer now the question, how to pass the exam. Ayan. So, nung high school ako, ito lang yung mga points na inaalala ko lagi. Ginagawa ko every time na not only when there are exams, but every time na nag-aaral ako sa recitations, quizzes, pag merong mga seat works, ayan, ito yung naging pamantayan ko sa lahat. So, number 1, syempre, kailangan, enjoy mo yung every subject. Wala tayo dapat na paboritong lesson, paboritong subject, mas paborito ko yung science, mas paborito ko yung math, paborito ko yung Filipino, yung araling panlipunan. Ayan. But, make sure na i-enjoy mo yung every subject. How you will be able to enjoy it? Kasi sabi nga, di ba kanina, the answer why you are studying is to learn. So, kahit anong subject, it is very enjoyable that you will be able to learn a new stuff or new lesson in every subject. Number 2, syempre, have a consistent time of studying. Hindi ka lang yung kailan mo lang gustong mag-aral. Sometimes, nagiging practice natin is after we left school, after we learn something new sa school. Let's say, in algebra, you studied about linear equations, and then, dahil tapos na yung subject mo sa school, yung klase mo sa school, pagdating mo sa bahay, okay na yun. Hindi. You must have a consistent time of studying. Let's say, pag uwi mo sa bahay, give yourself about 1 hour or 2 hours studying your lesson of the day, and push yourself to the limits. Make sure na hindi lang dahil yung tinuro lang ng teacher, yun lang aaralin mo. You have to be at least one lesson ahead of the discussion. Ayan. So, number 3, ito, madalas ko narinig, nung high school ako, you have to study hard para pumasa ka daw sa exam. Maybe the best way to say or to know about studying is you have to study well, not to study hard. Kasi if you will study hard, hindi ibig sabihin na ginawa mo na yung lahat, papasa ka na sa exam. Or ginawa mo na yung lahat ng ways ng pag-aaral, nagpaturo ka na kayo ng tutor or sa mga marami pang teachers dyan, papasa ka na sa exam. No. Dapat, you have to study well. Kailangan every time na nag-aaral ka, bukod dun sa mga lessons na inaaral mo, dapat natututunan mo siya thoroughly. Hindi lang dahil may exam. Or hindi lang dahil inutusan ka ng tutor mo or ng parents mo na mag-review. So, study well is making sure that every move or every time na inaaral mo yung lesson mo, you're mastering it. Na kahit na walang exam or walang inutos yung teacher mo na mag-review, you can answer. If you will be receiving pop questions in a lesson or previous lessons, you can answer it without saying, ay, hindi mo naman po sinabi sa akin, ma'am, na magtatanong ka ng ganyan. Ayun. So, you have to study well and not study hard. So, number 4, yung pinaka-last, syempre, pinaka-importante ito. Have enough rest and food to eat with exercise. Yan. Bakit kailangan nun? Di ba sabi nga, a sound mind as a sound body. So, hindi porket nagpuyat, hindi dahil nagpuyat ka sa pag-review, papasa ka na. So, the best way is to, at least, magkaroon ka pa rin ng enough rest. Mas mahalaga yung katawan kaysa dun sa mga magre-review. Actually, nga, nag-review ko nga, di ka naman nakatake na exam kasi nagkasakit ka. Or, nakapasok nga, ng di maganda yung pakiramdam mo, or puyat ka. Hindi ka rin makakapagsagot ng maayos sa exam mo. So, have enough rest. At syempre, kakain ka pa rin, food to eat with exercise. Ayan. So, ito yung mga tips para makapasa ka sa exam. At again, thank you po ulit, Ma'am Nim, sa kahit na matagal na panahon na kinontak niyo pa rin ako tungkol dito. Salamat po sa inyo. Bye!
Self-studying might be familiar to some of you students, and it helped me to attain much more higher grades than usual. And I recommend it to be on the list to help you pass the exams.